What's going on, everybody? How are you? Welcome to Spiritually Raw. And as always, thank you so much for your energy exchange with us today. And we hope you woke to the most miracle morning and are also having the most fortunate day today. And as you can see, our good fortune is our soul brother who has been out in the street. And I'm really excited to learn about that experience, about getting him in the front line. I know many of you watching him. Jason Q, our soul brother out there, is going to be there to talk about what that experience was like, and also some other cool stuff. We're gonna really work through today.
We're going to be
So
talking about the Great Reset,
the
but it's
great reset.
not what you're all thinking.
No, no. So first of all, let's address the couple of things real quick before we dive in there. And we see you all, everybody. We're going to jump into the comments. Jason, you sound like shit, but you don't feel like shit. Am I understanding that correct?
That's correct.
All right. We're going to get that elephant in the
Yes.
room out of the way.
Yes.
There. So he sounds like shit, but he doesn't feel like shit.
Yeah, I feel great. It's just I sound like shit.
And it's because of
Smokers.
yeah.
God, people.
How's that still a thing? I don't even know.
Who still
How's
smokes
that
in
even still a
today's
thing?
world,
Holy
Jason?
shit.
4 years, right? And my mom and dad smoked. They quit smoking because it says on the side of the pack, it says it's gonna give you cancer, right?
Right.
Cute. So you're paying money to get cancer, but then you bitch about it when you get it, and you don't realize that you're paying $10 for 20 of them in order to get it. Okay, is this real?
Yeah.
Well,
mean-
you know what? It's so wacky, Jason. But I got to tell you this: when Jay and I went to India, like I don't know, it's probably been over 15 years ago now. This is what they do in India. On every single solitary pack of cigarettes, they have a picture of a dying person. So
Like a lung transplant, like a heart transplant, like a face, half your face. I mean,
half the face is off.
that's how they market cigarettes there.
Yeah.
You know what they ought to do? This is what, if they want to get people healthy again, they should put trading cards on fruit and vegetables of executed traders, right? So then people can collect, like you can collect all these people that are already executed. It's like, fuck, that would flip the food pyramid like a month. Whoa. It's like everything's fruit and vegetables, like, whoa. It's like nobody's eating meat, nobody's eating grains. It's like fruit and vegetables is like, love our farmers, right? I think that'll work.
I tell you, man. Hey, we got a lot to cover real quick, everybody, and I just want to let you know, thank you again for hanging out with us as you always do. We're going to go fast and furious as we do and just get some thoughts off, get the vibe off the chest so we can go through it. Jason, real quick, because a lot of people have been asking. You all are seeing a link scrolling down below. Brother,
Oh, yes.
It's been over a month now since you've had this. What happened for you?
Okay.
I'm going to let you tell me.
All right, so
Tell everybody what happened.
the cream, right? So I got roasted in Vegas. I don't mean wasted, just toast. It's the most that I've been in over 4 years. I know, right? I never get out. And I mean, I was like red. I mean, seriously, if I was walking down the street, people would just stop.
What?
And they'd be like, thought it was a stop sign, you know? I mean, fucking beat red, you never know. I mean, fucking red means stop, who knows? And hold on a second. Go.
That probably will he knows.
One of the fatties wanted to go out, you know. Yeah. They want to hang out with Dad for some reason. I guess a bit. They're awesome though. So one application on my back took all the sting, all the bite out of it. I'm like, are you kidding me? No aloe vera, no nothing. I'm like, put a shirt on. I'm like, wow. No peeling, zero, nothing. And I'm like, oh, that's the worst part about like getting roasted.
Oh God, it's painful as hell.
Oh, you're peeling, especially your back. I mean, you're peeling sheets off your back. You're writing on them. You're like, they can't run out of paper. Little Buffalo Bob right there.
Yeah.
You know, Jason, I had talked about something with the sun as well. We've been in South Florida since May, and we're here till Labor Day. But before we got here, I said I refuse. I will not put any more toxic sunscreen on my body because I really believe that's why people are getting skin cancer. Because, because of the sun. It's because of all the garbage they're putting, the glue, in the body. And I said, you know what? I've got nothing to lose. I'm only going to use this. And this is all I have been using all summer long in the South Florida sun.
So
Yeah.
we're going to dive into the show, everybody. I just want to remind you, the blue and the white, there's a link scrolling
Ooh.
right there. Please call the number before you order and
Drink
mention
it cold. Oh, drink it cold. Ooh, so good.
him. But when you order, make sure you call the number and mention that you were on this show you saw from Jason, please, so we know. Okay, so that'd be good. So let us know that, and we'll also help you order the proper way. This will raise your vibrations and get you into the 5D. I shit you not. Okay, so
Look at his hair.
5D,
I mean, seriously.
see that,
Look
bro?
at that. Look at that.
Isn't that something?
Look at that. I'm
know,
gonna start calling my hair because I mean I can't, you know, I mean I could go NASCAR, fully NASCAR, get like a nice Kentucky waterfall going, you know.
Why not?
I'm gonna go
Hell
for
yeah.
in like 10 years.
Hell yeah, I'll put two ponytails on or something like that, back. Yeah, it's like science.
Thanks a lot, everybody. Again, go ahead and text the number right there. We'll help you set up. We'll help you order it. It'll change your life, I assure you.
And
Okay?
you're supporting Jason.
Yeah.
Hi, Ronnie. Hi, Carol. Hi, everyone.
We love you.
All right, guys, let's dive into the reset show here. We're going to talk about this, but we're going to talk about it from a different perspective. I know you had some thoughts on, you and Jason were talking a bit before the show, so boom, back at you.
No, Jason, something came over me this weekend, and I thought, you know what? There's really something to this. Okay, so first of all, the cabal version of the Great Reset, right? And we've been indoctrinated over and over about what's to happen, and you've got Agenda 21, Agenda 30, so forth and so on. But I started thinking about it. I'm like, you know what? I think it's all bullshit to this degree, and let me tell you why. I think it's BS because we've all been fed this story that we're supposed to believe. When really the Great Reset, again, this is my philosophy. I'm saying this is what I'm thinking. My mind is really turning on this, that I believe we individually are the Great Reset. And we are now either choosing to reset our life or continue down this cabal version of what they have indoctrinated us to believe is the Great Reset. And if we take the philosophy of that we are creators and create our own reality, if we're thinking over and over that this Great Reset, the cabal's version of it, we are going to create that for ourselves. So why not say, you know what? Not having it. I'm going to create my own Great Reset because I am responsible for my own Great Reset.
What say you, brother?
Well, the thing is, they talk about capstone and keystone, right? Well, if a key unlocks all knowledge, right? Well, what if the keystone is the Great Reset for those that want to move up, and the capstone is the one that, people that just want to get stuck in that third-dimensional mindset, the 3D matrix. I mean, it makes sense because after visiting Hoover Dam and seeing that they ripped up the clock, I mean, why would you rip up an 11,000-year precession clock?
I didn't know they did.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, not so good. Uncle Lewis is batting 1,000 on this trip. I mean, bravo, doing great.
Amazing.
You know what? And I tell you, and I see you, and I watched you yesterday, and just how strategic you are with trying to break this down for people. And God bless you on your mind on this. I hope science interprets it one day and lets us know what's really there for you. But but what I'm saying is that there's just so many, like you're out there and you're saying, okay, look, here's the evidence. Okay, you're out there, you're saying, here's the stuff, here's what I'm getting. Like, here's some stuff I'm really getting. But then as you people say this, trying to get people to this next level, there's all these diversions that come out there. I just saw someone put in a thing on there and it said, well, can we talk about the state of politics? Like, really? No, you know what I mean? Just like
there's nothing to talk about.
You know what I mean? Like, really, that's the kind of thing that's dragging people.
Right.
That's a matrix.
It's a matrix.
That's dragging us back. It's like we gotta go this way.
Yeah.
Not that way.
Yeah. Like focus, squirrel. I mean, you really just got to get back on your thing here. So,
what about this thought too, Jason? Maybe the Matrix is our own mind.
Maybe the Matrix is that fucking place named Switch down in Vegas.
Could be possible. Anything's possible.
Oh, I'll tell you what. Look into that place right there. They've got one in Georgia. They've got one in Vegas.
Well, what is it, Jason?
They say it's a data warehouse.
Uh-huh.
Oh shit! There's something big. We built data warehouses. They're not fortified like this, where you can't even see inside at all. And then if you go to Google Earth, well, nothing to see here, folks. Sorry, folks. Wally World's closed.
Yeah.
Not gonna happen. So it's just yeah. I just and we talk about Switch, right? The Switch. What if the Switch is the Ascension? It's all it. Now they're starting to beat that frequency into it, and we're starting to move up. But
ultimately, though, don't you think if we're creators and we've created all of this, then we can create, then we're creating that as well. Okay, so hear me out on this one.
yeah,
If we're creators and even like the Bible, let's use that as a reference. I'm just using it as a reference. Okay, so is it either prophecy that's being unfolded or is it actual, we're creating that prophecy that we've all heard about for millennial,
like an embedded command, like
exactly.
We're writing the story. Is that what you're trying to say?
We're creating the story that has been written, that has been written, that told us this is what's supposed to happen.
no,
Well, right? So
Yep.
why not let's recreate our own news story and start, Jason, I thought about this morning too. I was thinking about the whole truther movement, right? And I was thinking about maybe a better concept for the truther movement would be, again, this is just my perspective, being true to your own self.
You know what? And that's the thing.
The truth within movement.
Yeah, but that's what they say. Trust yourself, believe in yourself. You're supposed. This is supposed to be everybody's looking outside for that savior complex. It's like, guys, you gotta go. You gotta find your inner truth and stand in your light before you can go skipping around in other people's light. Because if they see you at a dim light, they're like, "Oh, get the fuck out of here!" That way, you go that way, you go that way. It's like we all got wristbands. It's like sun's light, sun's of darkness. Like, sun's darkness, exit stage right.
That's so true. You're right about that. You got to fix your own light bulb before you start trying to get on everybody's light bulb.
That's it. I mean, and we should. That's the thing. This is everybody thinks it's like a collective journey, and we talked about it, but you gotta. I mean, I hate to say it, you gotta unfuck yourself in order to jump into this new reality that we're gonna have, because all this, smoking and all that's that three-dimensional mindset. It is all here to hurt us, to keep us down. And not to mention you're hurting others in the process. And you don't realize it. You think that, it's okay to smoke and do this, all this other stuff, but you're not realizing that it's okay for you, but they're like, smokers can't get coronavirus. It's like, so let me get this straight. Smokers can't get coronavirus, but you can get fucking cancer. Which one do you want? Do you want to not get the imaginary shit, or do you want to get the shit that they've been telling you that's on the back that they want to kill you with? Because I mean, everybody.
I tell you, it's amazing because we've been getting, and I never get these calls, right? I just don't. Over the last week, I've just gotten a shit ton of calls or emails, and people are like, "When am I going to get?"
They're literally crying.
And you know what it is? It's like as much as we try to say, look, you got to take control of your own shit and please use discernment. It's still everybody's still waiting there. And I got to tell you, and I think this just needs to be driven home, brother. And again, and again, you do it so well in it that showing people getting in their face with it is like, look, if you look at something, look at everything at this point, and this is how I'm looking at life, man. I'm looking at everything for entertainment purposes only. There's very few, and that's it. Everything else is a shit show unless it's within me right now. So I got to figure, like you said, I got to get my own bulb on, my own light bulb going on there, and then from there, then I can work on doing that. So we got to work on our own light bulb before we can be the light bulb for someone else, or
exactly,
or
for the
like
world.
Yep.
What do we got here? We got a lot of cool stuff going on there. Chicago, cancer, emphysema, COPD.
Yep.
Mike, how are you, buddy?
Hello from the Grand Rapids.
All right, cool. All right, guys, listen, I want to get. Yeah, go ahead.
Christianity. The funny thing about Christianity and Catholicism, it's all based on paganism. P equals
Yeah.
C. Once you start going down, because see, there's people that they swear up and down about religion, but they're afraid to go down that road to actually look into it. Don't take their word for it. Remember, it's an internal, struggle. Because a lot of this stuff, I mean, I know a lot of people say that, oh, this guy's saying all this stupid shit. It's like, trust me, I find no joy in saying some of this stuff. Because I know how much it hurts, and people say, oh, this guy's full of shit, this and that. But it's like, we have the documentation.
Hey, Wanda, real.
Jason, you're
Yeah.
about as far from full of BS as any.
That's the best part about it. We're starting to learn because so many people send so much information that it's like, there's no way that I could have done this on my own. None. I mean, there's so many great people out there that send, hey, if you got this document, you got this document. It's like, here's a bunch of documents. I mean, hand me flash drives. I mean, I'm like, it's awesome. And it's just a whole collective.
Hey, real quick before you flip that, Wanda,
Yes.
if you're trying to get a sugar craving done, right here, love. Okay, the number's on there.
Oh, yeah.
With your sugar craving for sure. Okay, and good luck on the whole quit smoking thing. So again, for those of you jumping in here, thanks a lot tuning in. We're with Jason Q right here. He sounds like shit, but he feels incredible. And and there's a link right there for you all to check out and see it, order that to get your experience on that. And also hit the subscribe button if you have. So when we do have guests on like Jason, you are notified. What else you got?
You know what I love too, Jason?
Yes.
You have been in the forefront of exposing so much information and so much stuff that we've been blind to for literally our whole lifetimes. But you've never lost focus of the one most important thing.
It's all us.
It's all us.
Yep.
Everything starts at home. If we do not clean up our own house, we're never going to be able to create this new world and clean up the world.
Yep.
Jason, I want to take this opportunity,
Yeah.
man. So this was pretty cool, and I'm really, really proud of you, and so many thousands of people are very proud of you. You went out in the street this last month, okay? You went there city by city, tour by tour, and you got to meet the people that you're talking to, that you're really making an impact. So now let's kind of flip the tables a little bit about how was that for you, brother? Let's get
Great. I mean,
and put the documents aside for a second. Let's talk about
it's the
that.
people. Yeah, I mean, because I only took one total of documents. I really didn't use them that much. I just took them just for proof. Flat Earth stuff. It's like, guys, because no matter what everybody says, like, Flat Earth's a big psyop. Like, guys, see, it was a psyop in the 50s to get us believing in a fucking spinning ball. But then before that, it's like, yeah, you know what? Maybe I just need to stay the fuck out of Vegas. I mean, but it did flood. It did flood.
I put this up for a reason because I think there's a lot of truth to that. When we went to Vegas, we couldn't exit fast enough because we literally got so sick. But
we left early.
Yeah, we did.
We left early. It's just, you know what it is? It's just so much
stuff.
Well, you know what it is.
Oh yeah.
Like it's so consolidated. It's like condensed. You know what I mean? It's like you're sitting in a can of whatever, right?
Shit.
So anyway, listen real quick. So when you're meeting with the people, man, what was that like for you? I mean, what was that? That's got to have been pretty cool, right? I mean,
it was.
Getting the
Oh my God.
Was it a lot of the same kind of vibe questions that people were asking you? I mean, was there anything different there? What'd you get?
Just, it's like a national hugathon.
I love it, man.
Yeah, I mean, hugging everyone. I mean, I said, if you don't hug me, I'm dry humping you. I'm not lying. I don't give a fuck how big you are or small you are. That's it. That's it.
That's awesome. I love it, man. I love it. So when you go ahead.
What was your favorite part, Jason, of the whole experience? What did you enjoy the most?
Oh, I think it was the interaction with everyone in every city.
Oh.
And I don't want to leave out any city because every stop was awesome.
Wow.
I mean, it didn't matter if there were 15 people, 150 people. Everybody was so nice, so respectful. I mean, this was just, never, because I'm not a public speaker. It's, but you get to the point where, you're just trying to explain to them. It's like, hey, everything's going to be okay. we're good. It's like just giving them something to some positivity to take with them. That it's I don't know how to say it. Just I mean, even all the people that that got teleconferenced in, they came live. I mean, it's just like because you learn from everyone,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. If you do not learn from every interaction like this, you're done. I mean, why?
So this was the first time you got to meet a lot of the people that shows you're on too, right?
Everyone,
So that was the first time
everyone,
you'd never met
anyone.
That's
I've never met anyone.
That's fucking great, man.
I got to meet Kelly, Carol, I mean, everybody. I mean, it was like Lewis. I mean, Lewis is just like, I mean, he's hands down one of the greatest guys out there in this movement. I mean, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be, doing as many shows or anything because he asked the hard questions. And that's why people, they want to, have a show. And so, some people, they're like, oh, I don't know why you're going on that show. It's like, I'm not going on that show for that person. We're going on a show for the collective to let them know. It's like, guys, we have to just, be careful who you follow. Shouldn't be following anybody, number one. We're all in our own light, But you got to find the people that, have documents that can sit there and show you. Because that's all we want to do. We want to just we want to have it's like an instruction period that we're teaching others to go out and teach others. But we're keeping all the videos so that now when the humanitarian stuff comes up, well, sit them down, say, watch, then we just go and do our shit.
Which basically we're doing right now.
You know what?
This is, when you think about it, Jason, this is pretty much like a humanitarian project that we're doing right now.
Yep.
Well,
in a different way, but it is a humanitarian project.
But we're here to show everybody too that listen, you don't have to die. You don't have to just get anything going down for you to live a 5D experience.
Yeah.
Live this. We can get and access that source, that God molecule right now. Okay, and you got to get this, everybody. I mean, this is the kind of energy that's putting out there. No, like you said, Jason, you guys got to stop with the savior stop with the savior complex. It's going to fuck you up, and it never ends well. Never ends well, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's like everybody just has to go back to Jesus. Jesus, guys, it's the Christ consciousness. That's all of us. It's an office. I mean, really, guys, we need to,
Christ of the office of the Christ.
Yeah. I mean, was Jesus real? Yes. Nobody knows what he looks like, but he's real.
Yeah.
But I mean, well, how do you know he's real? Well, unicorns are real. Pegasus are real. Midgets are real. I hope those med beds, but then they gotta buy all new pants, and that's why people are like, well, don't you want to be tall? It's like, fuck, I don't want to go fucking shopping anymore for pants. I'm good. That's it, done. Closet's full. But it's just you need to live in your light.
Yeah.
And when people realize that, everybody's trying to be somebody that they're not. And that's what's the bad part about Vegas. See, all the glitz and glamour. It's like, who wants to be somebody that has a bunch of Botox in their fucking face and it's like looking like that Vanderpump bitch? I mean, ugh. Fuck. So it looks like a 37 chromosome donkey just fucking booted right in the face. That makes two things for turning the pin. So.
Exactly what I said from the beginning. Be true to yourself.
They're evil.
What do you think about this, brother? Save yourself and stop the reincarnation cycle.
We stopped the reincarnation cycle. Now, because we don't die. I mean, hell. Where was it? Where was it?
All right, what's going on, everybody? All right, I think
I binder right here.
All right, let's see what other
Folks
comments.
getting lazy, waiting for our savior. You're dead on right that. We dead on with that.
Yeah.
We can only save ourselves by doing the inner work to raise our frequency. Yes, and more yes.
Guys, it's like, I mean, everything that, they talk, it's like, evolution and this shit and that shit. Like, there's such thing as evolution. Why are there monkeys? What monkeys evolved to humans, and then there weren't many monkeys. I mean, it's stupid. It's like everything was created for a purpose in this biodome.
Biodome.
It's dumb. I mean, they made a movie about it. I mean, that's the thing. You know,
Yeah.
they made a joke. It's like, oh yeah, they're living in time. It's like, don't.
But all this shit
Yeah.
about the morality. Here's a good question right here. I'd like to know your opinion on this.
Yeah.
Someone saying their brother died recently. Where do you think they went? Did they choose where they went? What's your thoughts on that?
Soul, spirit, and ether went to the ships.
Say that again?
The soul, the spirit, and the ether will go to the ships. They go up, and then they put them in newer vehicles than that they were in. And then they get upgraded, and then they're going to come back.
All right. Well, sorry for your loss there, Joanne. I hope that helped you there. But
I
they're
do
going to
wanna talk-
reincarnate there.
Yeah, I want to talk about one quick thing. Somebody made a comment about Jesus exposed how he looks to the little girl that did that amazing painting, but it's only
That's all bullshit.
right
That's Caesar Borgia. We already know it's Caesar Borgia. Anybody says, oh, little girl something. No, they didn't. The fucking Jews are fucking playing all this shit because they want Jesus to look like David Rothschild. So when he comes out of that third temple, everybody's like, oh, look, it's Jesus Christ. And it's like, oh, remember those no-high laws that George H.W. Bush signed back in the 80s and 90s? Huh. All these fuckers are getting beheaded. Look it up. It's in Obamacare. They had to sign it before they knew what was in it. Why would you have guillotine as a way of execution?
I saw that.
Because fuck, I mean, if we're gonna do that, then why aren't they testing on people on death row? First of all, do DNA testing to make sure everybody's guilty on death row. That's number one. Because all these people are innocent on death row. It's like we have all this testing. Well, why don't they do it? Because they're like, oh, because they want to go after the minorities. Because then that creates that division. Fucking dumb. I mean, guys, it's like this whole thing. I mean, we just gotta wake up, 2015, not 2016. They're all coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my interpretation of Jesus was a little different than what Jason just said, but here's what and I'm not saying it's right or wrong. What I'm saying is this image, this figment of Jesus or the Christed one, no one knows what he looks like.
Yes.
That's number one. And number two, he can look like a million different
Yeah.
things. He could look like a rainbow.
He could look like President Trump.
He could look like President Trump. Exactly.
See?
Even what's her name? Trump. Melania.
Melania, exactly. Because when you're at that level of consciousness, you can dematerialize and rematerialize into any image or object that you want. What's that?
I still think Jesus was a woman.
There you go. Exactly.
I'm not buying because this whole Father, Son, Holy Ghost. It's like, well, where's
The mother.
the mother? Like, oh, that's Mother Magdalene. It's like, oh, the one you guys call a whore. Oh, okay, cute, huh? I'm like, fuck. It's like, guys. So what you're saying is that
Jesus is a woman.
I mean,
Why not?
why not?
Why not though? For real?
Yeah.
Why not? Why not?
I mean,
Right.
she would be a creator. She would be a creator that keeps the bloodline going.
Why
I mean-
not? Why not give her the
Exactly.
credit? Why not give
Yeah.
Jesus the credit of being a woman? I mean, that's definitely a twist on.
Because they were twins.
Yep.
They said Didymus, Judas, Thomas. Judas was the other twin. What if Judas is the one that actually took the cross and said, hey, I'm going to take this for my sister, and, and the whole story's wrong.
The whole story could very well be so skewed.
No, there's no very well.
I mean, it is very well.
I mean, look at the world today. You can
I
tell
don't
the
mean it is
stories.
very-
You can tell the stories skewed. I mean,
Yeah. It's all masculine, and they treat women like garbage. Not even garbage, they treat them like shit, and that's sad.
Well, when you think about what you just said, the story is all skewed. So that's insinuating from the get-go. That's not
Yeah.
even truth.
Yeah,
It's
because where would the
fake
truth be?
story.
hidden underneath the Vatican.
know what?
Mhm.
You know what? There you go, Gemma. That's a good point right there. Of course, if Jesus was a woman, they would have changed the narrative for sure.
And that's why they would be like, they turn around and be like the likeness of her on the cross. It's like, see, any woman that does this shit, that's what you get. Because the thing is, because if you look, then why? Then explain this, right? Look at the two symbols. Look at the two sex symbols. The male is the arrow, and the female is the cross pointed down, right? Well, why don't you just flip it upright and put a woman on it? It's like, there you go. Because you have the ovary, because you have the ovaries, the two cross right here, and then you have the cookie jar.
Wow.
I don't want to get biological. Shit's like the vagina.
That's a pretty interesting perspective, though. But you know what, though? You absolutely could be very right on that because the Jesus says we know. Number one, nobody knows what
Even if it's a him or her.
a him or her.
Or what
Well,
him
the thing is, they do hint about like a. I don't want to say anything. I'm not gonna offend. Don't take this offense. They call some guys use slang like a box. It's like, but when you wrap up a cross, it's a cube. It's a box.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
It's
okay,
also a Merkaba. It's like, guys, they're going right after the woman again.
so this is why I think that you might be really onto something with the whole Jesus being a lady because many people have been taught to if you fear him, if you gotta fear him, it's a God fearing, loving whatever, God fearing, loving God. That's a contradiction, right? It's an oxymoron. So if we're taught to fear this loving Jesus guy, there's a twist right there.
Yeah.
You
And also,
everybody, are the breadcrumbs lining up for you? Are you feeling that?
yeah,
That Jesus was not in a smock. It was not. It was a dress.
yeah, they were all in it.
Wasn't it? It wasn't. It
Right.
wasn't a
You know?
shroud dress. Could that have been?
I mean,
Yeah. Why
you
not?
got to look at all. Oh, we don't want to go both because if we go Jesus both, then everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, the transhumanism shit's awesome." No, can't have that. They're twins. Didymos, Judas, Thomas. Didymos means twins in Greek, and Didymos, Judas, Thomas. So you have Jesus and Judas, which is the J's did not come into the alphabet until the 14th century in France. So now what? It's like, color me stupid. I mean, it's just the whole story doesn't jive. But who wrote the story?
Yeah, and you know what?
Vatican.
Check this out, everybody. And by no means are we disrespecting anybody's faith here. We're trying to shed light on the fact that let's not take all this so seriously. Seriously. We get our own light bulbs fixed. I mean, we're just kind of getting off that, right?
Well,
So-
not only that, but talking about the contradiction. Go ahead, Jason.
So I see this one side. I want a divorce, but I'm Catholic, and they say it's a sin. So let's just
Go
take
ahead,
a step
buddy.
back, right? So it's okay to fuck little kids. That's not a sin. But if you want a divorce, you want to excommunicate from this bastardized church, they don't even know what's a sin. Look at the shit they do. They don't practice what they preach. They worship Satan. I mean, look at when you go to the Vatican, you look at all the stuff in the Vatican. I mean, they even have all the statues up in the whole basilica. It's like those are all guys watching the orgy. Here's the obelisk coming through. The sword's coming through the baby. It's like, well, fuck the kid. Here's the orgy, and it is so bad. It's like, and then you have the serpent head. It's like,
Right.
and then they have a movie coming out called The Serpent Queen. I'm like, that lizard bitch we knew. They're pointing right to her face.
You know what? I think
When you think about, I mean, if anyone's not seen this picture, I would highly suggest you go Google it. In the session in the what do you call that, where everybody goes to congregate, and when you're in church, what is it called, where everybody walks in the
the pew, the row.
like
When you walk in the door, that's what they call that's what they classify as the woman, because it's everybody like the womb. They classify the church as the womb, so you got all these people going into one room. I was seeing the sick shitness, and then you're listening to one guy tell you what he thinks everything should be, and then you're like, oh, okay. It's like, you don't do that here, do you? Because
Hey,
you
guys,
do that here, then you're really screwed. Because I mean, we're in the Bible, they're like, oh yeah, this verse. I'm like, but these people are like, oh, well, we go by the King James version. It's like, there should only be one version, guys.
Yeah,
Well,
you're right.
that's
Hey,
a
hold on
major problem right there. How much
Yeah.
hurt?
Hold on one second,
And we
guys.
should talk about all the
All right, hold on a
contradictions.
second. Can you all send this young lady some love in the chat room, please? Just send her some love today. Try to make her day a little bit better.
You should not be hating
Joanne,
your life. You should be
don't hate your
loving your
love. Just
life.
send this young lady some love,
Yeah.
please. Right? Just send her a lot of love, everybody.
It's not a sin. Divorce is not a sin. They don't even know what sin is. The Catholic Church, what they want to do is, and you're like, see, why is the woman sitting there hating herself? Why is that asshole hating himself? Why isn't he trying to fix your situation? Why is he being the asshole? Because this whole Catholic, God, and call it sin. It's like, do they know what a sin is? They don't.
It's all religious dogma.
Yeah, and you all got to know in 2022, you really got to know right now that it's not right, okay? Or you really got to open up a little wider, open that mind up and stop it.
Let's think about
Yeah,
it. Let's just put this into perspective for 1 second. The Catholic Church deems a sin stealing something. Okay, that's. But let's think about that for a second. If your child was starving and you needed to put food in this child's mouth, and you went and took, let's say, a piece of bread or something from a store to feed your child, how the hell could that be deemed a sin?
And here's my point about that. Everybody gives money to these fucking rich, the flock, right? The Pope and the bishops, all them. It's like, but yet, they don't mind stealing little boys' innocence, do they? They don't mind giving them panda eyes. They don't mind raping them. They don't mind, raping all these altar boys. They don't mind stealing their childhood. I mean, would you rather steal a loaf of bread to feed your kid? Because if the church actually did its fucking job and helped people, like that fuckstick Joel Osteen down in Texas after Hurricane Harvey, he had all those people need a place today. He's like, oh no, fuck them, let them drown. It's like, so where's all this money? Just people need to go after they should go after that Kenneth Copeland, fucking Joel Osteen, and string them up, draw and quarter them out in the street because they fucking worthless. All they're doing is and Osteen like, yeah, it's like, wait a second. So that bitch knows about this because you never see President Trump. President Trump goes like this. Okay, right? Never does this. Like there's just 666. It's just like, I mean, there's a lot of.
This is really good, and this is part of the paradigm shift that we need to consider.
This is the Great Reset, everybody. We're all waking up.
People think that they have to give to the church. No, you don't, people. I mean, seriously,
Yeah.
do you feel like if you give $1 that's all of a sudden you kind of got it? I mean, it's like we're trained to give us a little money. It's kind of like you get out of jail free. Nice dog, nice child. Go on, don't do it again, kind of shit, right? The more money you give, that's not right. You got to inherently know that's a lie. It's a lie. Gift to whatever. Gift to, you don't have to walk into a building for God's to get the essence of whatever you believe God is.
And also, you think about it. It's like you just walk in. It's like, hey, where's that plate? Yeah, here's my IRS bill. There you go. You got the 501c3, right? It's like here, fucking take care of it. There you go. Thanks. Because if you pay this, I mean, I don't mind giving you a little fucking on side every week. But if you're not gonna take care of this and you don't pay this, fuck you.
Here you go, KK right here. If God is love and love doesn't judge, how can there be sin?
And that's correct, Carol. Tithing is giving 10% of your time because they think of it as like, because I work for companies, they're like, if you're a boss, you have to get 10% of your earnings. I'm like, I ain't giving anybody shit. Fuck, I give a church. Oh, even if you don't go to church, just, that's what they want. I'm like, I don't give a fuck. It's like, oh, we don't work Sundays. I'm like, well, then fucking looks like we're finding a company that works Sundays. Because people are like, oh, it's a rest day. It's like, fuck said that?
Right.
If you don't want to hustle, I mean.
Exactly. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah.
Exactly.
If you don't want to, right.
Right.
Yeah.
That gives you exactly.
Well, you know what, though? You really don't have to settle for anything anymore, everybody, because everything's right here, right now for us. What we got, like, if we can start, and I love when you come on because this is what we talk about, and maybe it gives you a break from the documents and everything, too. So it's good because we just get to really start to talk about, like, just our inner reflection, because that's going to be the difference of everything here. That's going to be the thing that's going to get you to what you want. You know what you got to do. If we can start the inner reflection, turn the light bulb on, and all serious, this is exactly why we are using this to see it, because it's activating that us at a
Yeah.
cellular level. It's
I
turning
mean,
on the lights. It's opening up. I shit you not, everybody. This one is turning on the goddess molecule, whatever you do, getting you connected to source.
it helps. I mean,
There you go, brother. You
the
got it
thing
right
is,
there.
like, I talked to Lewis about it too, and the big thing is that does it work on other people? You want to ask them because I mean, I know it works on me. Well, then just because it works on me doesn't work on you. It's like try it out. I mean, because everybody thinks, oh, well, they're trying to sell this, trying to sell. No, it's like we're trying to help you. I mean,
That's
with
my
just with
help.
that cream on the back of my,
Yeah.
only had to put on like was it twice in past couple of days? That's it. And the twice was just one more top coat. Why not?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And I'm so glad what you just said about we are trying to help people get to where they want to go quicker,
Yeah.
Yes,
That's what we're
easier.
doing. Exactly.
all we can
Yes,
do. Yeah,
Yeah,
it
that's all
just
you can do. Yeah, you got it. You
we're
got it.
trying.
Yeah,
we're
we're trying.
trying.
There's
We're
You
tech,
know,
trying.
there's solutions out there. I mean, listen, maybe this tanning bed looking thing will show up one day, and you'll jump in it, and you'll wake up, and
yeah.
voila. But
But for now, I mean, yeah,
just in case, right? I mean, just in case we
yeah.
run out to get there. There's technology out there, everybody.
You know what
Yeah.
somebody else said, Jason? Actually, Dr. David Silverman. He said, unlike the med beds, because we all know the med beds, if and when they come out, will be awesome.
Yeah.
But they work with your consciousness, so you have to believe that they're going to work
Yep.
for them to work for you. The Asaya does not work like that. It does. It's going to work. But
It works. Yeah.
Whether you believe it or
whether
not.
you believe it or not, it's going in at the cellular level. So if you have someone that you feel really needs it, but they're not real spiritual and they don't believe in that kind of stuff, that's okay. Because it's going to work for you whether you believe it's going to or not.
Here's the nutshell. In a nutshell, after puberty, the cells in the redox start to die off. You literally put this back in like you're drinking it, like you're putting gas in the finest car. And again, you turn the lights on. You activate the God molecule. Most importantly, you'll get to use discernment. This
Oh
will,
my
again,
God.
they'll do it there.
Yeah.
You're awesome. It's the Holy Grail.
Bug the product is the holy grail.
Thank you. You just gave me a great idea.
I think you should just give
I
everybody
will
a
give
great
you
idea.
all the credit for that one.
The holy grail.
Yeah.
I love
And
Okay, guys, for
Um,
enrollment assistance on how to get this, there's a number scrolling
yeah.
there. Make sure you contact so we can help you order properly. There's a
And
right
say you
and
saw it on Jason Q show.
there is a right and wrong way to order this. Trust me on this. So please.
Oh God, yes. I found both ways.
Yes, you did.
Believe it or not.
Happy to
I seem to always find both ways. Everything.
Man, that's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah.
And again, I love this. I love that we're getting the. Hold on a second. Here, hold on one second. This one.
It isn't.
Yep. All right, here, just
It's scrolling right
it's scrolling like it's.
put
Yeah.
it in the chat. Okay.
Yeah.
hold
So,
on.
Jason, also too, like when we get there, I mean, I know we got just to kind of hit the reset button with everybody watching. Is that kind of get into your meditations. If something absolutely is not making you okay, if anything in today's world, in 2022 is giving you fear, it's really time to think about: is that a real thing? Is that someone else's matrix that's projecting on you?
Mhm.
How are you allowing that to happen? Run from that. It's a beautiful
Yes.
world. We can live heaven on earth or whatever that concept is. I think we can do this. We can do this, and we're doing it. So many people are doing it right now. Why can't you? Right?
Yeah.
Thank you. Don't you think, brother?
And we always looked at some other people. It's like, oh look, they're doing this, and we get stuck. It's like, well, why are they doing that? It's like they're accelerating that point because they're like, look, we want to take control of our life. So everybody wants to take control of their life and everything like that. And then, if you ask the right people that are willing to help, people will not steer you wrong.
Yeah.
You have to use discernment. You have to find the people that I'd say that you trust. And I never sit here and say that trust me or anything like that. We bring the documents forward. We talk about everything, and it's like we leave everything right there because there's always going to be different interpretations, different documents that'll come in that'll go this way, that way. But we have to go by what we find. We can't go hypothetical. We can't go, well, this person said this or this. An anonymous source said this. It's like, guys, they want us to training us to actually do this and run off truth. That's it. That's all we can do.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift, which is why they call it the present.
Yep.
How about that one? That was in a
Yep.
Disney movie I saw.
Did you ever catch that one, Jason?
That was in
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
I
yeah.
said that.
Well, even Disney, you know, you got
Bamboo Panda. It was a Disney movie. It was pretty
yeah,
good.
of course, a panda.
Yeah, right.
But it's true, everybody.
Yeah, it is.
We got to stop these people from taking us off the present
Yeah.
moment now so we can do this. And there's so many things that take us off. If you can figure out a way to keep yourself centered, present, in the moment, in the now, and then that eventually will become a habit. It does take a little practice, but just like in these shows, this is, again, I want to just always reiterate, and Jason, I know you do this a lot, is when we're doing these shows, we're in the present moment.
That's it.
You know what I'm saying? We're in that moment, like I'm not thinking, you know what I mean? It's like
Yes.
now, you're manifesting and creating now. So again, it's such a good thing for you all out there to really get in some sort of communities together, you know, like some shows or whatever, even if it's not a show, 2 or 3 or 4 of you, start talking. It'll force you to keep your mind in the now, and eventually it'll start to become more of a habit. It's just one of those things.
And don't get sucked into other people's drama. You have to learn to say no. If someone starts vomiting their life all over you, you have got to be the strong person and say, I love you, but I'm not your, I'm not your carpet, I'm not your sponge. It is okay to say that to people, even people that you love very much. It's not all right for people to just vomit all over you. They're regurgitating all of that negative energy. And if you're not very careful, you can easily take all that in. And next thing you know, your day, you start feeling depressed, your day starts going south, then your mind starts thinking craziness. You have to protect yourself, your mind, your energies, your thoughts.
Okay, Kathy, thanks for straightening out my cool statement there. So you made it cooler. So Kathy, thank everybody. If you like that statement, you can steal it. Kathy's got another one another good one she came up with. So this is pretty cool there, man.
And we look at like tomorrow's a mystery. It's like, well, we don't have to have it as a mystery.
Yeah.
We can make it manifest. We can come together and we can make what happens tomorrow happen. That's what we're doing. As a collective, and instead of praying, it's like we make it manifest. We have that power. We say, no, this is what's going to happen. If there's enough of us to say, hey, this is what's going to happen, get all these fucks out of here, it's like, guys, you get 5 million people do that, it's like, you'd be shocked what could happen. We have that kind of power.
We do have that kind of power. And you know what? I want to tag on what you just said a minute ago. It is absolutely critical to not let people dump their shit on you. Okay.
Yes.
I'm in today, 2022, because vibrations are so much stronger than they've ever been before. And that when they start doing that, it means their shit's coming out stronger.
Yeah.
They're going to literally spiritual vomiting on you. Don't let them do that. You got to stop them. I had a very good friend of mine that had called me and he just wouldn't let go. And I'm like, dude, I got to end this call. I said, I can't take it on. I can't take your stuff on. I wish you well. We'll reconnect later. And that was it. I mean, you got to be able to, you got to do it or you're going to fuck yourself.
You can't save everyone.
No.
Because there's people out there that are placed in there as usurpers that are intentionally trying to knock you off track. Anybody who's trying to knock us off track right now, fuck them. Just get rid of them. It's like, we can't red pill everyone. They need to see it now.
That's right.
Let them go through some shit.
Yep.
I think what you said is so perfect because we've literally spent the past couple years exposing, talking, sharing, red pilling. Now it's time for everyone to take control of your own life, take control of your own destiny. Everybody knows what's been going on. Everybody understands that now. But now you have to understand if you want this new world created, you have to create your own new world first.
Just as quick as everybody said that, just as quick as all this stuff happens, as quick as a hurricane or a tornado can hit you, let's change it. Just make a decision. We just got to get confident in making a decision. That's all it is. And you'll get confident more and more as you watch these kind of shows, you talk through it. Watch this show, watch this guy, because at least he puts the facts out, and then you take what you want and you throw the rest away, okay? I mean, that's really just how life is, okay?
But this will help your discernment meter.
Yes.
And the thing is, I mean, I just, because when you're doing it out of love and everything, you don't want to be that. The worst thing they could ever say to a person is telling them that you're disappointed in them. That is
Yeah.
the absolute worst. I mean, you could call me any name in the book, I'll take it. Whatever, mom's called me that. Disappointed? No, can't do it. Won't do it. So, I mean, there's a reason why we're driving for this. Is like we don't want to be a disappointment to anyone. We want to make sure that we are all going, we're all in our light, and let's fucking go.
Let's freaking go. For real. Let's go. I love it, buddy. I love
That
it,
is
man.
exactly what I'm talking about.
That's
Yep.
exactly what we got to do.
That is it to a T.
Let's fucking
Put
go.
all the other BS to the side. Let's just go
We
and
got-
be confident.
Let's go.
We got to do this, everybody. Let's just do it do it for the ones. If you don't do it for you, do it for the ones that rely on you the most, for real. Because there
Do
is
it for yourself first.
You gotta do it for yourself.
You need to do this for yourself. People need to look in the mirror. Go in your bathroom after this, look in the mirror and say, you know what? You need to change you right now.
That's
Don't
right.
worry about anybody else says, because you know what? Everybody here is standing in the same mirror and they're looking and they're saying, we're going to change ourselves now. If you do that, everybody else does that. We know that if you're ready to stand in your light and you're ready to actually, take on your power, well, trust yourself, believe in yourself. Well, then once we know you've done that, then we can trust and believe you because we've all done it.
Yeah.
We're all trying to find our own footing in this.
We are.
Which, Jason, is the Great Reset. Because we just reset the whole concept of
Yes.
the Great Reset.
Reset this global consciousness project instead of like missing a couple fractals. Like hell, fill it all back in. Let's start over and go and start 4D. Boom, done.
Well said, Lisa Marie. Well said. Look at the man in the mirror. That's right. We got to look at their
The man or woman in the mirror. Remember, everybody has that power.
Right,
Yes.
right. So here's what we recap today, everybody. Just some cliff notes. Number one, Jason does not have allergies. It's the cigarettes.
Yeah.
Just there,
He's
got
not
right.
sick.
Right. He's not,
Not
sick.
sick.
Feels
Just
great.
Cigarettes. We recapped that one. He had a fantastic tour. He really got to meet some soul sisters and brothers that had never met. That was check that off the list. That was amazing. Jesus is possibly a woman. We came to conclusion that that's a real possibility right there.
Yeah.
Everybody in the planet should be on a SEER right now. Okay,
Cool.
I'm not shitting you. Not even being funny.
told you. I mean,
Themselves back in there. There's a phone number to call to get it. We are getting your texts in, by the way, so don't worry. We'll be reaching out to all of you today that are texting. Again, remember to mention Jason when you text in. Okay, and so we know where that all came from. So, my brother, this has been cool. Nice and
Yep.
groovy, right?
Yep.
What do you think?
Nice and loose.
Nice and loose. No documents to share. No nothing. Kind of like give your mind a mental break for a minute.
well, I mean, you gotta admit, you had all the flooding in Las Vegas.
Mm-hmm.
It was the Circa and Caesar's Palace and Link. That's CCP and Link. Find the link. Link is in bold. Well, they spell Link a little bit differently here. See? LINQ.
Oh, wow. There you go.
That's the whole Ferris wheel. But they were going to put the first Ferris wheel in over by Mandalay Bay, so now they have two columns, concrete columns up, and down up by cables, and just for sale right there. It's like two columns, satanic, Masonic, Zionist symbolism, two columns for the third temple for which they crown the new king of the world. The Jews did it again. All right there. And then they even put in all four piers around it, so you have your four satanic crown princes of hell.
I don't know if we can really blame everything on the Jews.
Oh, the hell we can't. We blame every.
Well, let's think about this for a second, because
I'll show you why. I'm gonna read.
but here's the whole thing: we can't. I say we don't want to clump them all together into one, because I know, and I grew up with very many of them, and I love them all very, very dearly. But, and if we take the philosophy, love them one, love them all, if we really want to just hear me out for a second.
Yep.
If we take on the philosophy, love them one, love them all, we have to love them one, love them all.
They, like this. Right when I got off Facebook, Dale, right? This first post I see, people aren't going to like me for this, but it's the truth. I didn't write this. Their god is Moloch. Always was, yes, all the way back to Abraham, Moses, Solomon. Moses was a sorcerer. Read the 6 and 7 books of Moses. It's what the Kabbalah is based on. in the book of Revelations, Jesus himself called them the children of the devil. He didn't say they fell for schemes of the devil. He said they are spawn of the devil, belonging to him and not to our Father. There's the synagogue of Satan. He's not speaking to Khazarians. He's talking to the Jews. The Jews are the chosen of Moloch. That is why in Israel, they're going after, they want all these sacrifices to come in on Passover so they can drain their blood and they can put the blood X's over their doors. That's why they parallel parked that Ever Given in the Suez Canal. Couldn't let it happen again. But the thing is that they hate us. And that's why all these assholes in Congress and Senate that have a dual citizenship to Israel, you can go to Israel and not get extradited even if you're guilty of pedophilia under the law of return. Guys, we need to stop this shit with Israel being good. They are the ones that got us in this shit. They're not even real Israel. Israel's a project. It's not even a land. They stole that land from the Palestinians under the whole Balfour Declaration that the English, which are the real Nazis, that they did it. The Nazis are the Ashkenazis. Now you look at all of our government, and 80% of everyone are all Ashkenazi Jews, but they make up 2% of our population. How does that work? But yet they don't. They walk around like, oh yeah, Biden came out and said he was a Zionist. Guys, they hide it real well, but then they start like, oh yeah, we're just gonna fucking just. Why do you think they took out the Babylonian and the Hebrew portion of the Guidestones? Because they run off the same calendar. They run off the lunar cycle. So they don't like light. They prefer darkness.
So maybe it's just a whole cultural thing that just maybe that's there, not necessarily. Not
yeah, I mean, killing Orthodox Christians. I mean, you gotta cut them some slack, guys, because I mean, we just go around, this whole sacrificing animals for this third temple. When do we sacrifice animals for this?
All right, well, listen, Karen is coming in to step in as a referee. Karens each have their own beliefs.
But the thing is, like, that's one thing. But it's like they want us to sit here and just poor Holocaust. Fuck them in the Holocaust. They lied about that too. Everybody, look it up. Do your own research. Stand your own light and say fuck them. If I had a butt around here, I'd be like, crush the motherfucker. I don't like him anymore. There's a reason why. It's just like all these people. It's like, well, Melky and all them. It's like, hey, sorry, but you were with Saturday Night Live too. I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, we have enough.
They said what live, Jason?
No, Saturday Night Live. She was on there. Thing is, guys, I mean, it's when you dig far back and you look at the Scientology portion of everything. Everybody's like, oh, but the Jews, we have to, Israel's last for a reason, because they worship Moloch.
Not all of them, though, Jason.
It's I know what you're saying. I get
totally get what you're saying.
It's like saying Christianity is.
But it's lumping it together.
Christianity is paganism. The problem is it's all dogmas. This whole religious dogma. Get rid of all of it. We're all spiritual. That's it. Every religion is bullshit. Because you're saying that your God's better than your God, your God's better than your God. It's like, no. We're all created from the one source, from the same energy the whole time. There's no Adam and Eve. Because then we were created from incest. Thanks, Egyptians. Fuck them. Yeah, I mean, we're way smarter than this. We just have to wake up.
So what do the people say? Hate the sin, not the sinner? Right, kind of thing like that?
But there's no such thing as sin.
I understand, but you're alone with this, for God's sake.
But you got. But the thing is, I mean, sin was all religious dogma. There was no such thing as sin, guys. Treat others how you want to be treated. If everybody lived by the golden rule, we would have no problems. They're the ones that are insurgents in the old Swiss Confederacy. There's your federal government, are the Jews that are running Switzerland.
Which is all the more reason that we have to focus on our own well-being, and we have to focus on creating our own reality, and we have to focus on creating our own 5D, so we can not give a rat's what about what other people are doing or not doing.
Because we are about to tap into the God molecule. All right, brother, what's the rest of your day looking like today? Where are you going to be?
7 o'clock, the Time Is Now podcast on Rumble. Between then, I'm just going to be resting up the throat, and
Yeah, and he's not sick, everybody.
I'll
It's a
trust him. Yeah, it's
cigarette.
just
Don't
that's
smoke.
yeah. I'm fine.
Don't smoke around Jason.
It's not even cool anymore. I don't, I don't
Yeah.
smoke. I'm an ex-smoker, and I don't like. I just just don't like it. But all right, listen, everybody, we are getting your phone numbers in, so we will get to you today to help you order your Sia. Jason, my brother, much love to you. It's
Yep. Much
fantastic.
love to both of you. Much love, everyone.
Yeah, it's always great to see you. Thanks everybody for hanging out with us as you always do. What
Yep.
else?
If you could quickly take a second, and everybody on the stream right now, all at the same time, hit the like button.
Down on the subscribe
Everybody
button.
and
7 p.m. UK time.
everybody hit the share button. We would greatly
I
appreciate.
I think it's midnight, Mickey, or
so-
no, Miss Chromesticks. I think 7 p.m. Central is it's either midnight or 1 o'clock UK time.
All right, cool.
It's 5 hours.
Hey,
Oh,
where do
5 hours.
people-
5 hours for you, so it's 6 hours for me. So
Where,
yeah.
where do people find out your schedule, bro? For those who really want to tap into it,
Um,
everything that's going on, where do they always see it?
I put up on Facebook and they put up on Telegram and all that other stuff.
All right,
So we're still building off of it. So
all right, guys.
Yep.
Well, we'll keep you posted and everything like that.
Yeah.
yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
You got your schedule. I think there was something you put on your Facebook, right?
yeah, put the whole schedule on there.
Okay, cool. So check out
For the week.
everybody for the week and see what he's got going on.
Oh, yeah.
Go on his Facebook profile. Thanks, Carol. All right, cool. All right, everybody. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, everybody, as you always do. It's really cool to spend these moments with you, our good brother here, Jason Q. Thanks, brother.
Thank you.
Good to see you. And again,
Yep.
thanks for
Love all you guys.
being sweet. Love you too, man. Love you
Yep.
too. And
Likewise.
it's always good. We'll see you all next time. All right.
And together with Jason Q's help, we are turning the universal key to global harmony and creating a unified world. Thank you so much for tuning in. And remember, tune in often. Tell all your beautiful friends. And most importantly, make all your dreams come true. Many blessings.
Go with love. There you go. There you go. All right, everybody. That's awesome.